Let's see if it goes up, firstly. Oh, that's annoying. Right.
Yeah, well, we're having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah.
Wait, is it still going on, the technical difficulties?
Yeah, I don't know. I just are you logged into the account? Because
No, I'm logged into my own account on
right, okay.
YouTube. Do you want me to check if the stream's up? Because I am
Yes,
followed
please.
you for this. Um,
Oh, someone's viewing it. Enemy. It's live somewhere because it says we have a viewer. PSGL. Aha! Right. Okay. Okay, I think we're live.
yeah, I just looked on the live and it was up, so yeah, it is up.
Okay, right, that's good. Hi, guys, and welcome back to PSF4 here in PSGL. Just letting Logan, our head of PS comms, knowing that we're back up and running. Sorry for that. We were live for like 10 minutes speaking into a void, but we're here now, and thankfully you joined us for the remaining bit of qualifying. Hello, Nitro. I hope you're having a good day. And yeah, remaining bits of qualifying here for PSF4. Quickly go through what's been happening. Obviously, this race was meant to be a few weeks ago, but there was problems with the lobby. I think there was a crash like midway through the race, so it's been moved to this week break where everyone else is chilling, doing nothing, and we're here putting in the work and racing and keeping everyone entertained. And today I'm joined here by RKH Gaming. What have you thought about what we've seen so far, RKH?
I think we're seeing really close racing between all of these, and I'm looking at times, and they're looking to be like exactly the same. As you look at 8th and 9th, they're the exact same times. Same with 11th and 12th position as well. They're exactly the same times.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's very close with those, and although I feel like you see that with like everyone so close at bits, the Alpines are still the ones with 4 minutes left who are just completely dominating. I mean, 131.1 for Azirex, 131.3 for Red Hawk. That's 3 tenths clearer than Rai in the Audi, who's third. And it's just unbelievable pace by them two, and no one seems to be getting close right now with 3 minutes left in the session, so it's going to be very hard for them to be beaten. But, you know, maybe Felix has a lap in him, current championship leader. We'll have to wait and see. But no matter what, we should be in for an exciting last few minutes of qualifying, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we are in some sign. As I think Alex is on a lap. No, he's not. He's not on a lap. But yeah, most people are going to be starting to come out now or soon enough. Usually like the 2.5 minute mark to start coming out. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of time to be found. But the Alpines are dominating at the moment. Whether they can stay at top or not, it's whether we can see or not. But it will be very, very close towards the end, and a lot of people you will see jumping up the order.
Yeah, and I think we'll see just that as Vibird comes into the pits. Thought he might have been starting a lap. But got most people in the pits, but they'll be out very shortly for their final laps and pushed into the absolute limit to improve on their current times. We got 19 drivers here today, and they've all currently got times on the board, but spread by quite a bit. I mean, let's see, let me do math. I think it's about 1.5 seconds split, the fastest time and the slowest time. Which is quite big, at least in the higher tiers. So we'll see if those get closed at all in the last few bits. But just as everyone's coming out of the pits now, it looks like Alex currently down in 17th, is beginning his lap, and so is Tony. So hopefully for McLaren, these time laps aren't really interrupted by the traffic as everyone comes round the track to start their final laps of the session.
Yeah, people are going to start coming around the last lap. I believe the first guy is a Mercedes. Trying to figure out what Mercedes that is. That is indeed Matti here. He's currently on his outlap at the moment. He's don't look like he's saved too much battery on his outlap. I think he's probably spent a bit on the first bit of the straight, but anyway, he's on his lap. And is he going to improve his first sector here? Is his first sector going to be improving? Yes, it is. 1/10 up.
Yeah. And let's see what he can do for the rest of the lap, as he uses quite a lot of battery on exit, keeping that line tight to the curb through the left part, getting some battery back as he keeps it tight on the right hander as well, and swings it into the double left, which can be a little tricky on exit with the throttle. But doesn't look like he's leaving himself much battery for the straight, at least compared to other drivers we've seen, as people come around the final corner to begin their laps now. And everyone, all 19 drivers out on the track currently. Ramatti already out of battery, and we're only about halfway down the straight, but here he's coming to the braking zone now. Currently in 11th with a 132.0. Can Ramatti creep into the 131s? He's a little unsteady on exit. Here he comes through the final corner. What's it going to be for the Mercedes on this final lap of the session? He's going to improve to 8th. Decent lap there by him.
Yeah, it was a very good lap from Ramatti. I mean, he did go purple in the middle sector, but yeah, the battery usage throughout that lap weren't as great. Maybe if he managed it better, could have got higher up, but not too bad there. As some others also finished their lap. I think Rye came in. I think Rye didn't have enough time. He didn't leave himself enough time, and Rybird, think he finished his lap. I don't know though.
Not sure, as I think was it Maurice who just finished his lap? I think. Yeah, Maurice goes 14th there with this final lap, as we're getting more drivers coming across the line now. Here comes Felix 1, the Haas, improves to 5th, decent lap there by the championship leader, who we thought could make a big improvement to his lap. He was in the 32s at one point, as we see another driver crossing the line there. I think that was Carlos Luca. He's only good enough for 16th, as Azivex goes even faster. He's nearly into the 30s there with the 31.0. What a lap there by the Alpine driver. Red Hawk isn't able to improve on his lap, but the Alpine still looking very strong at the front. And what can Tom Eade in the Aston Martin do? He crosses the line. He goes 3rd ahead of Rye, who didn't come out of the pits again. Rising Star improving as well. He crosses the line, goes 5th ahead of Felix. And Yusuf, I think, is going to be the last one to cross the line here, burning it all to the line. And he stays 12th there, unfortunately for him. And Ramatti isn't on the lap either. So it's an Alpine 1-2 here in China for this rerun of round 2 in the PlayStation F4 division. And if they have that pace in the race RKH, then I don't see anyone beating the Alpines.
Yeah, I got to admit, them Alpine's pace was amazing. I'm surprised they're not leading the championship, because that pace is actually championship worthy, I can't lie. Yeah,
for sure. And I mean, Red Hawk is obviously up there, but he wasn't really the star of that qualifying session. It was Azivex, who's only scored 2 points so far in the season, in the first 2 rounds. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe China's one of his best tracks, and he can really rocket himself at the championship. But behind them, it was then Tom Eade, Rai Rising Star was the top 5, then Felix, Sojo Bao, who I think was reserving for Audi, then Fuzzy, Ramatti, Rybird, Slit, Yusuf, Spryzen, Tony, Maurice, Eliseo, Luca, Finges, and Alex in the McLaren was last, and he'll be starting the race at the back of the grid. Not a good day for McLaren, similar to the race in Belgium last week, with Tony only having 3 points from the first 2 races, and the other McLaren driver hasn't even started a race yet, so I'm pretty sure Alex is a reserve. Yes, he is. Got 13th position in Silverstone and Belgium, so let's see what he can do tonight, but starting from the back, it's going to be tricky to score points. So the driver's just going to be sorting out their strategy now. Should be a one-stop, I'm guessing, but they'll be sorting their fuel as well, and their setups, little tweaks, obviously part of Firmayon. But hopefully we should be in for an exciting race.
Yeah, it should be an exciting race. And yeah, I'm looking at a lot of these drivers, and a lot of them does look to be on hards, and some of them are on mediums. So, going to be a very interesting strategy choice here. It's either mediums or hards to start on. It looks like at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating if we get a bit of a split with the strategy. Some on the mediums, some on the hards. You always like to see that, see how it works, because it's always exciting seeing someone low fuel on new fresh mediums at the end of the race chasing down some guys on old hards that might not have the grip they do. But does look like the majority hards at the moment. We'll have to see if that's just what the strategy is defaulting to and if they change that, or if the hard medium or something like that will be the chosen strategy for this race. But the weather is looking a bit overcast. Looking like there's a few clouds, so maybe weather will come into the mix. But these drivers will be hoping that it stays dry here in Shanghai for our second round, technically third round of the season here in PSGL season 43. We should be getting underway very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the complete opposite than the drivers. I'm hoping for it to get to hopefully give a bit of rain so it can be a bit more exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you that. But yeah, hopefully we're underway shortly, and don't go anywhere, folks, because the excitement is just beginning. You've not even got anything else to be watching right there's no other PSGL races, so everyone should be watching this. And where else should you be other than watching PSGL PlayStation F4? It's the best here. And we're back with the full-time F4 streams. I think the last time we had that was like season 38 or something, maybe F1 24, I think it was, because I was full-time on that a while ago, and it's good to have full-time F4 back and that we're able to do this. So thanks to Headed Comms, Logan, and everyone that was able to make that happen. Hello, Nasurfer in chat. Hope you enjoy viewing this race. And we're going to have the two French blue and pink Alpines charging down to the first corner. Very long, sweeping first corner. Good for overtakes. And I feel like this whole track is built for an exciting race, and hopefully that's what we see. It's Azirex on pole with Red Hawk alongside him, one of the drivers who seems to be in the championship fight going into this race, with a second and a third in China and Belgium. Those are the two races we've had so far, and 100% podium rate for him. Let's see if he can keep that up. He had a good qualifying session, but not as good as his teammate Azirex, who's not really been able to do anything so far in the season, and he's going to be wanting to prove that he can fight with his teammate today. And then behind you've got Tom Eade, who's currently 7th in the championship. I think he's either 3rd or 4th, but we've had a big wait for the race to get underway, so if I'm hogging the mic, but we should hopefully get underway soon. Thanks for the 18 people currently watching. Hopefully we can get those numbers up as the race goes on. And I just can't wait for this RKH. It's going to be a good one, I hope.
Yeah, me too. I hope it is a really good race. And yeah, these guys really close together in quali. I'm expecting some battles, some dramas, and some people being annoyed.
yeah, yeah, that does usually happen in league racing, no matter the tier. And here we go. We got 5 red lights here in Shanghai for the third round in this PlayStation F4 season, and we're underway. Very good start there by Azivax. Can't say the same though for Redhawk, who is battling Tom Eade, who's trying to go around the outside of the Aston Martin. You got the Red Bull on the inside as well, trying to do something as ride battles with Tom Eade there. Through turn 1 and turn 2, but it is the Alpines who remain in the front. In the midfield, you got a little bit of contact between. Oh, and you got a Cadillac round there hitting the wall. I think that's Slit, who has came victim there. And Ryan out battling with Tom Eade for that final podium position. They bang wheels as they go through the quick left and right handers in sector 2, and it looks like it's been a pretty exciting first half of this first lap, and Tom Eade is able to keep that third from Rye, who is really not going to be wanting to let the likes of Red Hawk get away, as they're both joint on point at the top of the standings on 22 points, and behind them Rising Star and Felix, another championship contender, looking to get past the Red Bull. And quickly, in terms of strategy, not what we thought, to be fair, RKH. It looked like a lot of people were going to go hard before the race got underway, but we've actually got a majority mediums, and then Felix, Luca, Maurice, Finges and Alicio on the hard compound tyres. Contact there between Fuzzy and Felix, who's trying to send it a little. But mostly clean first lap. You had Slit having a moment out of turn 2 as overtake mode is enabled, but other than that, we've still got all the drivers very close to each other, and let's see if the Alpines fight, or if they're going to work together this race, and hopefully we're in for a good race, RKH.
Yeah, we are in for a good race, and yeah, looking at some of these drivers, it does look like they've gone majority of mediums, purely because of the undercut around this track. The undercut will be absolutely monstrous, as we do see some swapping in the order here. I think there's a big fight between Maurice. Maurice has lost loads of positions there. I think he was 14th and gone down to like 18th. Definitely a problem with that V-carb there. I don't know what happened, but he's lost a lot of positions there. Maybe clipping, I don't know.
Not sure. Yeah, he has lost a few positions there. We'll keep an eye on that. But already a gap between Luca and the McLarens, who had a pretty good start. Alex, pretty sure started last, already up into 13th, so good start by him. And Slit all over the back of Luca, looking to make up for the time he lost, but he spins there again. He's able to catch it somewhat, but he loses quite a few positions there, and he's now down to last and just can't get the hand of his Cadillac at the moment, especially the rear, as I see someone say in chat who they should be cheering for. To be fair, I'd just see who you're feeling. I mean, you got Felix in the championship fight, maybe a bit of an underdog going into this one at least, because he's the lowest down driver in the top 3 of the championship in the Haas, which is traditionally good in these high tiers of PSGL. But you know, support what you want, and that's great. Everyone can have an opinion in today's society, and yeah, the Alpine's still at the front, so maybe if you're a Glory Hunter, you'll go for them. But yeah, Azivax and Red Hawk still in the lead, looking to control things. Tom Eade in third as well, as yeah, we saw a lot of battling going on at the back, with Slit making another mistake and Maurice losing places. But as we see, I think Ramati was looking for a move on Youssef. He's not able to do anything, but again, we're on to the big long straight, and people are going to have their battery saved up. So let's see if there's any moves coming into the hairpin.
Yeah, as now I think Felix is fairly close to the back of Rising Star though, but I don't think it'll be enough. As I am seeing Felix closing. Is he going to go for the move? Nah, Felix is too far back, not able to go for a move in the hairpin. But maybe Tony is. Tony does go for a move into P11. Good dive on from Tony there. And Alex gets the move on Zen there. Very, very good stuff from both McLarens. Tony overtakes Alex with the follow through.
Yeah, that was good, well-worked play there by the McLarens, but Alex looking to defend against Spryzen now into turn one. Looks like he's going to be able to keep the position. Oh, but Spryzen, he's looking to the inside of the Papaya McLaren into turn two. Oh, side by side between the Aston and the McLaren. It looks like Alex has kept it, but as I was saying, that was very well worked there by the two McLarens. And they're into 11th and 12th. They're looking decent right now after starting at the back. Yeah, Tony's not had the best look so far. Only 3 points on the board. And Alex, who I don't think is has any points and is a reserve, looking decent though. At the start of this race, making moves and hopefully looking to score McLaren a few points.
Yeah, hopefully they do score McLaren a few points, as we do. Rising Star with a move on Rye there. Very, very good move from Rising Star. I didn't see it, but good job from him to get into that false back place.
Yeah, I think Rye just went really, really wide. In the left and right before the straight, as Felix is having a look on Rye. Hits the back of him a little. Thankfully, he keeps his car facing straight though, which is good. But yeah, just made a mistake there, went wide, and Rising Star was able to punish him for it. As we get some more moves near the back, Maurice losing the place to Alicio. They've been battling for the last few laps. As in the midfield, we've got quite a few people struggling on the battery, including Tony and Ramati and Youssef. But as you go nearer the front, you're seeing better battery management. The Alpines full of battery, same with Tom Eade. That top three looking quite comfortable at the moment, as the McLarens go to battle in the first few corners, and Alex gets that place off Tony. But nearer the top three at least, looking a little comfortable now, RKH, and looking to get away from the cars behind. They got that second gap to Rising Star now, and maybe they'll be driving off into the sunset.
Yeah, hopefully, but Rising Star could come back in if Tommy does decide to fight with the Alpines, as that could be the story here. But the three in front does have more battery life than the Red Bull, so this could be very entertaining here, because I do think they will pull away on this big straight here. But if Tommy does decide to fight, Rising Star comes back in here straight with the others behind.
Yeah, you're right about that, and he is looking quite close to the Alpines at the moment. As all you got Rye and Rising Star side by side on the straight. And three wide actually there with Felix as well on the inside. It'll be superb if he's able to get those two places, and it looked like he has down the inside at the hairpin. That was spectacular there by Felix, as Tom Eade and Red Hawk are battling as well into the final corner. There's battles everywhere you look, and Tom Eade looking to split the two Alpines here on lap 6. He's got the inside line for turn 1. Is Red Hawk going to be able to do the switchback though? He now has the inside line into turn 2. Aston Martin still fighting it though. This is great battling, and as you were just saying, RKH, this is going to bring the drivers behind into it, and it's looking like just that, because Felix is just there and Ryan Rising Star aren't too far away either. And yeah, Tom into P2, great, he was able to do that there and split the Alpines, and that definitely puts some pressure on them now. And Red Hawk has got one of his rivals right behind him, and you can say the same for Felix. First, second and third in the championship right now. Third, fourth and fifth in this race.
Yeah, and very entertaining stuff there that Tom and Felix both put on for us. I mean, Tom in P2, but this is also caused the other Alpine to sort of get away here. So the Alpine can sort of relax, but not at the same time, because he still has Tom chasing him down that order. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff here.
Yeah, and it's also quite interesting that Felix is really the only hard runner who is really doing anything. I mean, the others are all at the back. But Felix looking good, and those hards will start coming to him. I think someone said in chat, surely the hards are going to start coming into a window where they're better than the mediums as this race goes on. Now onto lap 7 of 28. Clouds still around. Seeing bits of blue though, so not sure if there is going to be any rain on the way. But yeah, Tommy's still in second ahead of Red Hawk, and he has got Felix now all over the back of him, looking to make a move. He's got to be careful there to pull on the battery on exits. Don't want a little spin like we've seen Slit having at the back in the Cadillac. But Tommy as well. He's looking to keep Azirex there, who's looked so fast today. Clearly he's done something different to the first 2 rounds because he's looked amazing so far this evening. Tommy, though, keeping him close. I'm going to try and keep him on his toes, despite Azirex, though, having so much battery. It'll be difficult for him to do anything, but this is F1 26 League race, and anything can happen. As, you got some drivers going wide in that little heavy braking zone, and back onto the straight. Azirex defending the inside. Can Tommy do anything into the hairpin?
Yeah, on board with Tommy, but yeah, he's not really going to do anything. But while we're looking at the Ferrari getting past Tony there for P12, Carolus and Luca getting past Tony there, it was a good move on the straight. I think he had more battery than Tony, and yeah, good move from the Ferrari there to get into P12. Now he's chasing the other McLaren of Alex.
Yeah, and it just looks like Tony's weakness, at least today, has been his battery, RKH. I mean, every time we're looking at him, he's on 0. He's like a flipping boat on straights. Like, he's just not able to do anything. And he was just absolutely helpless there to Luca on the hards. He was able to breeze past him, and now he's going to be looking after Tony's teammate. Yeah, Tony's just going to have to work on that. Maybe use non in some bit so he uses less battery, but I'm not sure. I'm not that very good at the game either. But yeah, lap 8 of 28 now, and it is still Azirex, your pole sitter, in the lead. Although it is a little closer than I think we thought it would be, as Tom Eade is close to him. He's got a lot of battery. He's got the overtake. He was pretty close to Azirex at the end of the straight last lap. Let's see if he's any closer. Oh, and as I say that, he goes a bit wide, and that's not going to help him.
Yeah, as now we're looking at Felix. Felix is right on the rear end of Red Hawk. Is Felix going to do anything? He's right there. Maybe around the outside, looking to the inside. He is going to go to the inside here. Will Felix get a move on one of his rivals here?
Ooh, there's contact.
Very, very... Yeah, Felix does get the move, but they're still side by side. Yeah, Felix gets the move. Good move from Felix, but there was contact there, as you did indeed say there.
Yeah, and a little bit of contact as Mavison slipped out of the back. Big dive bomb on the surface says. And it was a good move there. I don't really know who was at fault for the contact, but Felix now looking good on those hards. He's into third, and he's looking good. If these people pit, or if he overtakes them when they're still on the mediums, and then he's able to have a good rest of his stint, I think Felix could be the favourite to win this race if he has a good rest of this hard stint. Obviously, that is an if, so things could happen. But let's see what he can do on Tom Eade and Azirex now. Can he put pressure on them? Tom Eade looking like he's already feeling the pressure with that wide moment. After I thought he was going to have that set up perfectly to take the lead, but just messed up, and Azirex still in the lead currently here on lap 9. But if Tom Eade is able to keep it clean in these next few corners, that could definitely change.
Yeah, definitely can. And yeah, looking at Tom Eade, he is gaining. So I'm wondering if he can do the move. As we've got a car around, it is Sojo Bowl. Has he spun it, or was there contact? I think he might have spun the car there. Don't know what happened to Sojo Bowl there.
Yeah, not sure either. Just in the grass, as Tom Eade isn't able to do anything. Felix isn't able to do anything on that straight.
Yeah, as he Rex, it's 2 tenths between Tom Eade. Is Tom Eade going to be gaining down here? Don't know if Tom Eade will go for anything, but he is gaining. Yeah, but Tom Eade ain't going to do anything. It's your first pit stopper is indeed Fuzzy. I think he's going to go onto the hard tyres here. Bit early to box though, very early to box, and yes, he does go onto hard. What do you think about this Bath Destroyer? Do you think it's a bit of an early pit stop?
Definitely early, at least. I mean, I'm not too sure with the strategy, but it does seem early for a one stop. I mean, um, yeah, Fuzzy boxing off the mediums onto the hards, quite early. I think he'll struggle near the end if he's doing the one stop. He's gonna have to save the tyres, but we know how good the undercut is on this game, and I think the undercut is definitely what he's looking for. And that could gain him some positions, but he's just going to have to keep the tyre in the back of his mind when we get later on in the race, I think.
Yeah. As Felix is sort of closing into Tom Eade here. I think them hards are coming into place. Is Felix going to be gaining down this straight? We're seeing him using it. Is he gaining? He is gaining on Tom here. He is gaining. Is he going to go for move? Felix going for the move on Tom Eade. And yeah, lovely stuff from Felix there into P2, chasing the race leader now. Very, very good stuff.
Another good move from Felix, and he's looking in the zone now on those hards as Azivax now dives into the pits after that move. So Felix now takes the lead here on lap 10, but he's having a defend from Tom Eade, who's looking good. He's got more battery than Felix, who I think used a lot of it to get into the position he's currently in, but he is able to keep the lead. And now what can he do on those hards? We've got more drivers boxing. We're definitely in the pit window for the medium runners. Yeah, Tom Eade second. Then there's Red Hawk behind him, Vi there as well. And behind you got a bit of gap, Youssef, then Vi Bird, as you got more drivers in the pits. Azivex, as we saw, into the pits, Rising Star as well. Vamati and Tony and Slit all in. So trying to do the undercut, and Fuzzy has got past some of those with that undercut. But at the front, Felix in the lead and looking to open up a gap, currently 7/10 to Tom Eade, and Felix beginning to look even better on this hard medium strategy.
Yeah, he does look good. As we did also have Fuzzy. Fuzzy is fighting Rising Stars. Fuzzy does have fresher tyres here. But yeah, Rising Stars tyres will start coming to life here. As is Fuzzy going to do a move down here on Rising Star here? I don't think so. So we're going to have to wait for the straight for that. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between Fuzzy and Rising Star. Are we going to see Fuzzy overtaking down this straight here? As it does look like he has a bit of low fuel here, Fuzzy. It's looking like, but he's probably low fueled his car though. But Fuzzy going down the straight, is he going to go for a move on Rising Star here? So we do see others starting the pit now, and no, he can't do the move.
Ooh, it was close though. As Alex, it was having a bit of a decent race in the McLaren speeds in the pit lane. That's really unfortunate for him. But yeah, more people into the pits now. Vibird is the only medium runner yet to pit. And let's see where everyone comes out. Fuzzy, who has been doing a bit of an undercut. He comes out. Oh, he comes out in 10th there ahead of Vi, which is quite important. And not good for Vi, who will be hoping to get a good result as everyone in this race. And yeah, behind Fuzzy, he was able to get a good undercut on those hards. Comes out 11th. Obviously, still some people to pit. But not the best situation for Vi, who'll be hoping to take the lead of the championship at the end of this race. But it's going to be hard with the likes of Felix and his other championship rival, Red Hawk, still in play here. Vibird, the only guy still on the mediums here on lap 12 of 28. And now let's see, with these hard runners unleashed, what they can do in their final bits of their first stint.
Yeah, as we are watching the front runners who are yet to pit yet, they will fall down the order though, as the undercut does look to be quite strong at the moment, but they will be on better tyres, so we'll be seeing lots of good overtakes when they do pit. But as Alpine missed their strategy because Red Hawk is actually finding himself further down the order than he should be, and
Yeah, you're right about that, Red Hawk. I was saying Rise to look out for Red Hawk and Felix, but Red Hawk is actually behind Vi. So not good for either of them, and it is really playing to Felix's hands currently. In the lead by 4 seconds. Vibird's still staying out, drifted on those mediums. Don't know why he's stayed out. He's going to be struggling on those tyres. Was road cooking. Yeah, Luca then in third, and Finges, Alicia, and Maurice still need to pit. In terms of the people who have boxed, it is Azzy Rex in the lead of that pack. Then Tom Eade, who's got a bit of a gap now to Azzy Rex, which he won't be happy about. Not going to be able to put him under much pressure from there. And Azzy Rex just looking superb right now. Has the pace, getting away from his rivals, and is definitely the favourite to win this race as Rising Star gets on the grass, goes wide, and that allows Fuzzy now to get past him in the Williams, who has really benefited from that undercut, but it might hinder him later on in the race with the tyre wear. But for now he's looking like a rock star into P9, but Rising Star trying to do the switch back on him, side by side, through the long sweeping right-hander onto the big straight. Is he going to be able to keep it? Still side by side with the Williams. Vi watching on behind. Is Rising Star able to get that position into the hairpin? Here they go. Williams versus Red Bull. Fuzzy though, able to get it on the brakes. And gets that P9 for now. Great move there by Fuzzy.
yeah, good move by Fuzzy. As he is on older tyres though, but he's going to be a bit cost worthy of like Red Hawk and that, who has probably fallen down the order due to his strategy and due to the others boxing a bit early than him, which isn't great for Red Hawk. But Felix will be down that order, so but when Felix boxes, do you think he can jump back through the order, or do you think he will get held behind a bit?
I think there is definitely a possibility that he could get held behind, but I also think there's a possibility he could do very good. With his pace right now, he might not need to overtake that many cars, and with the low fuel, with those new tyres, he's just going to have so much more grip than everyone else, and I think... Oh, I say that Felix has a bit of a moment out the right-hander. That would have been catastrophic for him if he made a mistake. Yeah, as I was saying, if he doesn't do that and he keeps on having a good stint, he won't have to do much, and he'll be looking very good on those mediums. And as we've seen so far, he can overtake people. So I think Felix... I'd say my two favourites for the race right now is either going to be Azzy Rex or Felix. But behind him, Vibird, still out on the mediums. Is he going to get a puncture or something? I don't know, but he's finally into the pits now. As someone was asking if the overcut's any good. I'm not too sure, but the undercut is just always the way to go, and I'm not surprised if he's going to be tumbling all the way down to the back.
Yeah, you are. I think they will be tumbling down, the hard runners, but Rybird is definitely tumbling down. You can see how much time he's lost staying out there. He might even get jumped by Alex. He is going to get jumped by Alex, but yeah, Rybird in 15th. I think he was higher. I don't know though.
Pretty sure he was. But I mean, one good thing for him is he's going to have much fresher hards now to push on. So we'll see how that goes. Yusuf and Red Hawk battling in the midfield. Red Hawk getting past Yusuf there into 12th. As it looks like there's a little train behind Fuzzy at the moment. With everyone being kind of stuck behind him, not able to overtake him currently, which Vi and Red Hawk won't be they won't be happy about that because they're currently stuck in that little train. As we have a yellow and a Sojo Bow again at the back, who's had another spin. But nearer the front, you got Tom Eade, who's just got past Maurice on the straight. I don't know if he made a mistake. Is he going to be able to keep that? I think he is. But behind, Rising Star's looking for a move on Fuzzy.
Yeah, as Rising Star is... I thought Rising Star was overtaking there, but what's happened to Ramati? Ramati spun it. What has happened there to Ramati? Very, very costly there. I think he was in for the points as well.
Yeah, not good there for Ramati. Big mistake for him. He's going to be kicking himself about that. Out of the hairpin. I don't know if he just lost it in the throttle or if he got hit by someone, not sure, but he's going to have to go on a big recovery now if he still wants to score points in this race. We've still got all drivers in the race, all 19, which is always good to see. Don't like people just giving up and retiring in the pits. As Rex has caught the hard runners making some moves. Tommy getting past Maurice, and then Rex getting past Alicio. And now all over the back are Finges in the Williams. Felix continuing just to try and grow that gap on the hards. So he comes out in a decent position when he goes on to the mediums. But now Azivax past Finges. As Finges a little loose on the exit. And now the guys who started on the hards getting eaten up by the people now on fresh hards. But, Azivax now in a little bit cleaner. He's got Luca 5 seconds down the road. But, there's Maurice has got a puncture in the racing balls, pushing those hards, trying to do the hard medium, but on the straight, it's blown up, and he's going to have to crawl to the pits there. Look how wide he's going. He might even hit the wall. I think he just keeps out the wall, but awful there for Maurice. That's his race ruined. He's going to be right at the back as Felix now pits. This is the most important part of the race for his chances of winning the race. Where's he going to come out? Foot to the floor now as he comes out into turn 1. Is he going to be able to stay ahead of Vibird? I think he just about is. And that's great for Felix because Luca's still going to have to pit in front of him. So that's 8th. And he's pretty close to the cars in front of him. I think Felix is going to get a very good result here.
Yeah, I think he will. But the thing I'm worried about is Maurice getting the puncture. Some of these drivers are actually going to last their tyres like 19 laps because they did box like lap 9. One of them boxed lap 9.
Yeah,
or 18 laps are going to last. So are they going to last to the end, or are the tyres going to get punctures here?
That's going to be something to watch out for sure. With the likes of Fuzzy, who boxed really early, they're going to be doing more laps than Maurice. And he got a puncture, so I don't know if he just a crazy wear. Or if that is going to be a worry, if the one stop's going to be hard for these drivers. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Luca's still staying out. Rising Star on the back of Fuzzy, who with that undercut has found himself in 4th. I'm not sure if he was that high up before he tried the undercut, but the undercut has done wonders for him so far, and he's going to be on the net podium, but Rising Star putting him under loads of pressure, can't get past him yet. Luca finally in, so Fuzzy's going to be promoted to the podium spot, with him looking like a genius right now with that undercut strategy. But he's got a lot of pressure behind there. And Rising Star battling into turn 1 and 2. Is he going to try go down the inside? Rising Star blocks him off. And he's going to have to stay for now, but very good battling near the front as they make contact. The Rising Star nearly gets spun by Rai. There's loads of contact. The Alpine and the other Red Bull get involved there as well as they make contact. All 4 cars so close together. And wow, it's really starting to heat up near the front as it's nearly 3 wide there. Rising Star and Rai battling, and this is letting Fuzzy get away, and this is going to help Felix get into this fight as well. I mean, Felix is already just there. He could definitely have a good chance of getting a podium at least here. As all the Alpine spinning as well. Red Hawk, really not good for him, one of the championship contenders. Wow, what is going on, RKH? I have to stop, I've got a cough.
Yeah, that's mental, and Red Hawk, one of the championship contenders, to do that is going to be kicking himself here. But as we're going to look, Rai's burning his battery. Is he going to get close enough to Rising Star? Will he get close enough? We're still waiting to see, is he going to go for move? Is Rai going for move? Now he steps back. Oh, it nearly hits the back of Rising Star though. But yeah, they sit back here.
Yeah, and he made plenty of contact with Rising Star already. And Behind Rai, you got Yusuf, but behind Yusuf, you got Felix. On those new mediums, already behind them after all that fighting, Felix in a very good position right now. He's going to be feeling confident. Let's see, what can he do? Can he get past Yusuf already, who's right behind Rai? Look how much battery Felix has. He's going to be burning a little down into this corner. Can he do anything? Can he already get a place? But Yusuf down the inside of Rai, and Felix might be able to get past both of them. Yes, he is on the inside with the battery. The 3 wide. Oh, but there's big contact there with Rising Star and Felix, and just didn't get given the room there, and they made big contact. Bad for Yusuf. I think Rai definitely came out best, but Felix. Oh my days! Let's fight another day. I thought he was going to be done there, but big contact. I mean, Yusuf was the one who suffered. Sorry if I said Rising Star. It was Yusuf, the Red Bull, was involved in the contact there, but Felix really survived that one. Technically, he did get a place from that, but I thought he was going to get past both, and it was going to be a superb move by RKH, but contact, and he still has to get past Rai.
Yeah, I think it was a tough corner. Maybe Yusuf should have backed out of that. I don't know, but it was very tough. And obviously Felix had to turn, so he had no much. He didn't really have much choice to really do there because he did have to turn for the corner, and it was really tight. And I don't know if it was anyone's fault, to be fair. So, but yeah, definitely one to look at later.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the stewards say of that. But Felix now is going to go down the inside of the Audi, side by side into turn 2. Is he able to make the move? On the outside now for the Haas. Is he able to do it? Rai looks quite far ahead, but now side by side. He's got the inside line, does Felix. He's not given much room though by the Audi. This is fierce battling by the two rivals. And down the inside he goes. Looks like he's got the move. Rai trying to switch back though. Now into the left-hander where they made contact last lap. Rai trying to keep it. He's got the outside, now the inside. This is great battling between the Haas and the Audi. And it looks like Felix is just able to get it. Wow. What a move there by Felix, and what racing by the two of them.
Yeah, that was really good racing by these guys here, but we're seeing...
And Rai makes a mistake there, losing some places. Big mistake there by Rai, now down to 8th. Not looking good for him or Red Hawk. Felix looking like he's going to extend his lead for the time being at least. Let's see what he can do. He's got two drivers right in front of him that he needs to pass. Rising Star making contact with Fuzzy now. And Felix with a lot of ERS. Or battery, whatever you want to call it. Might be able to make a move here. Using the battery. Can he make a move? Rising Star doesn't have much left. And look at Felix now just down the inside. Look how easy he makes it. Down the inside of Rising Star and gets the places into 4th. Rai retiring after that, which is a bit surprising because he was still in the points, but Rai is out and he's our second retirement of the race.
Yeah, Rai being the second retirement of the race, very, very upsetting there. Oh, Fuzzy breaks a bit late there. It lets Felix go into 3rd. What has happened to Fuzzy there? Is his tyres? Is he starting to feel his tyres a bit now?
Yeah, possibly. Perhaps. With that mistake and with the undercut he did, he was the first one to pit. And Felix now through into 3rd. And Felix on the podium, can he go after the leaders? Azirax completely dominating at the moment in the second half of the race. Tom Eade in no man's land. It's going to be hard for Felix, but this man ain't top of the championship for no reason.
Yeah, true. He is top of the championship for one reason, and yeah, he is proving to be quite good. Yeah, it's been quite dull at the front at the moment. I mean, Azirax has probably been one of the... He's been dominating so far, but you also got Felix coming through the field. And so we're going to be looking with what can happen in the next few laps. But yeah, but it will be when Felix tyres dies. That'll be when it will be stopped gaining on the others.
Yeah, and that could definitely happen because the mediums aren't going to be amazing for long. He's already done 5 laps on them, and we've seen people struggle from around lap 5 to lap 7 onwards on the medium tyres. So Felix ain't going to be this fast for long as Viber now going down the inside of Fuzzy for P4. Oh, a little bit of contact with the side pod and try and get on the throttle. Loose on the veer. Fuzzy able to keep the place. Rising Star now has a chance, but Fuzzy's really slow, I think, trying to harvest battery. Rising Star getting past Vibird. Someone asked what happened to Vi. He just retired after making a mistake. I think he was 8th or something. He was near the bottom end of the points when he retired. No idea why he did that. Maybe just a bit of anger from how his race has gone as Rising Star goes wide. Comes back onto the track. Fuzzy still in 4th, but Vibird's going to be trying to make a move. Quickly, just want to mention Slit, who made that mistake at the start of the race. But there's contact there with Fuzzy and Vibird. He's on the grass and they lose multiple positions now. Big contact, and oh my god, you got Yusuf round as well on the straight. So much happening. Quickly, was going to say, Slitter made a mistake at the start of the race, up to P9 now. Amazing comeback for him. But the Ferraris, I think it was Vibird who made contact with Fuzzy. That'll have Red Hawk and Rising Star to get through. And oh my goodness, this race is beginning to explode near the end.
Yeah, it really is. And if you do look at Vibird, we said about how long he went on their mediums. But yeah, he's also sort of in it again. Even though he had that contact with Fuzzy, he brought himself back in that position where he was able to fight for like P4 and that, or P5. But yeah, that contact was a bit costly to him. But yeah, he still managed to come back even though he boxed so late on their mediums.
Yeah, and I think that's probably just because of how fresh the hards were. He had more grip as he makes contact with his teammate. And that's definitely helped him in this part of the race, and it means he doesn't really have to worry about punctures or anything on this tyre either. So I think he should be finishing in that top 10. It'll be an impressive result for the Ferrari. Right now, Felix just not able to catch Tom Eade really as much as his tyres once thought. Tyres beginning to wear. Gaps 4 seconds. Don't know if he's going to be able to close them down. But in the midfield, all the chaos is going on. So much. We don't really need to look at the front with Alex Alexis currently dominating because so much is going on. You've got the 2 Ferraris there dueling, but also trying to get past Fuzzy and the Williams, who's coming in P6. Here we go to the hairpin. Who's going to come out on top? Side by side between Vibird and Fuzzy, who've already made contact. Vibird on the outside. Is he able to sneak and move by on the Williams? They're still side by side into the final corner. He's going to come out on top. Oh, I thought there was going to be contact there. The Williams is off. He comes back on and he crashes into the wall there for Fuzzy. Not good for him. And it was looking like he was having a decent race with that undercut he made on the hards. But just contact again there with Vibird just going off and into the wall. And he's going to be scoring 0 points today.
Yeah, don't know what happened to Fuzzy there, but that was very unlucky. I mean, the contact sort of unsettled his car, I don't think that was anyone's. I don't think it was the Ferrari's fault there. I mean, they couldn't really avoid it. To be fair, it was very hard to avoid a car like unsettling, and then that's happening ahead of you. It was going to be impossible to sort of avoid.
Yeah, there's a Spryzen and Sojo Bao battle near the back for P15. Spryzen getting ahead of Sojo Bao. Sojo Bao coming back though. Good to see these. Good to see battling no matter where it is on the track. If it's for P15 or if it's for the win. Side by side through the left hand. Is Sojo Bao able to get it? Still side by side with the Aston. We got a yellow and it's Fuzzy again, who's just lost all his marbles. And Sojo Bao gets back past Spryzen in the Aston Martin and back in the 15th. Oh no, he spins immediately. I think that's his 3rd spin for Sojo Bao. Unlucky as we quickly go to 8th because Yusuf has just got past Slip, but there's more contact there with the Williams of Finges. Yusuf just got too early on the throttle there, had a little half spin, made contact there with Finges, allowing Slip back into P8. Slip looking very good right now, but very old hards. 14 lap old hards. Same with Azirex, same with Rising Star. They're going to be in trouble getting to the end. I mean, we saw him with East with that puncture Gonna have to see if there's any more punctures, but right now it's looking like a fascinating end to the race as Tony and Alicio go to battle for P12.
Yeah, as now on board with them, Elise has got past Tony, but is Tony going to come back here? As Fuzzy has got a 10-second penalty and he does retire. Tony down the inside. Does he make it stick? Bit of contact there. Elise in the back there, but yeah, Tony making that move and sticks with that move. Oh, is that an illegal overtake? Because he just let past Elise there. Don't know what happened there between the both of them there.
Interesting. Don't know. But, what's going on near the front? You got Luca right behind Red Hawk, a little loose on the rear. Got a lot of battery to push and try and get Red Hawk, who I don't think he'll be happy with where he is considering he started second, but could be worse. He could be Rai, who's out, but also could be better. He could be Felix, who's currently third, looking good. Got the gap to Tommy now down to 3 seconds. Don't think he'll be able to catch, but he has done a bloody good effort, and he deserves that P3, especially not being up there in qualifying. We saw Fuzzy retire there, third retirement, and it's quite sad that Fuzzy and Rai, 2 drivers that we thought were having promising races, both out as we watched Red Hawk defend from Luca. Good defending there by the Alpine with 3 laps left, looking to keep that P6, but here comes Luca on the inside. He's just got more grip and he's able to get past him into P6. Good move there by Luca.
Yeah, indeed. Good move by Luke. Again past Red Hawk, because them hards does look like Red Hawk's hards are going off a bit. He did have contact earlier, I believe, Red Hawk. I believe he had contact with some car. I don't know, but that's probably messed up his tyres a tiny bit. But yeah, anyway, I think Azirex will indeed win this race, and Tom Eade will get second. I think the front three will say the same for the rest.
Yeah, I think I can agree with you there. Red Hawk did suddenly fall off. I mean, it looked like he was able to defend from Luke, and then randomly he got past him. Don't know if he realised he has to save tyres. Maybe he's struggling with tyres and he's in puncture range. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But, looking like he's going to get some points, but near the end of the top 10 for him. Meanwhile, his teammate, who hasn't had the most consistent season compared to Red Hawk, has really surprised everyone, I think, today. We got yellow real quick. What's the yellow? I think it was the Yusuf and Finges again making more contact. Actually, looks like Finges has a bit of damage he's going to have to carry for the final few laps now. As Yusuf looking to pass him, they make contact. Yusuf, Finges obviously not happy with Yusuf as he's blocking him a bit there. More what you want to see, but Finges keeping the place, and without a little bit of his wing, Yusuf able to go down the inside, and Yusuf gets that place ahead of the Williams, they've really been elbows out together in the final few laps, still side by side for the lower bit of the points. Still more contact, and Finges, despite having half a wing, able to come back at him, but here comes Yusuf again. They make more contact. And he nearly spun around, and Finges is going to keep that position for now as Tony comes into the pits. Don't know if he had a problem or something. He's down to 15th now, but it's a shame for McLaren they're 13th and 15th, because it was looking promising that they could get some points at the start of the race after a good start. But it looks like they're going to be 13th and 15th, slit just behind Red Hawk now, looking to get 7th, which would be a great result after his start to the race, RKH, and will be a good few points for Cadillac.
Yeah, indeed. It will be good points for Cadillac. As now we've got Azirex coming down the last corner, 2 starters last lap, as Tom Eade has been catching a bit. But yeah, their tyres does look a bit it does look like a bit of wear on their tyres from what I'm seeing. I don't know if it's massive. I'm seeing a bit more from Eade's car. I don't know if that is anything, but I swear I do see something forming. I don't know though.
Yeah, there's Yusuf and Finges make contact again. Yusuf now out the top 10. That puts Ramasi into the top 10 after his spin earlier, which he'll be happy about. And Finges looking like he's just going to crawl down to P9 with that wing damage. If Ramati can catch him, we'll have to wait and see. And as you were saying, Tommy catching Azirex, but Azirex ran out in the position to win this race. He got the pole. It looked like he was going to have some pressure from Tom Eade and the likes of his teammate at the start of the race, but he's controlled it superbly, and looks like he's going to be on the way to win this race, unless something crazy happens. As he's on to the final straight now, we see Tom Eade in the Aston Martin there, 2 seconds gap, so if something did happen, he would be there to punish him. But here he comes into the hairpin for Azirex, the man who has not had the best first 2 races, but he's obviously turned a new leaf and thought he wants to be more competitive in this tier. And he comes around the final corner to win the Chinese Grand Prix here in PlayStation F4 in PSGL. Azirex, the man who wins, he'll be chuffed about that. Great performance by him, and hopefully he can keep that momentum into the next few races. Tom Eade in P2, good performance by him in the Aston Martin. Felix, the new championship leader in P3, he'll be happy about that. Rising Star then in 4, Luca 5th, his teammate just behind him in 6th. Then it's Red Hawk, who will be slightly disappointed with that result. Slit then with a good comeback in 8th. Finges, despite having half a wing and committing multiple war crimes, finishes 9th. Ramati in 10th, getting the final point. Then, outside the point, you had Alicio, Youssef, the 2 McLarens of Alex and Tony, who are actually battling to the line there. Who's going to get the position? Oh, it's Tony! Just ahead of Alex. Then it'll be Sojo Bao and Spryzen, 15th and 16th. Oh, and he's actually got a puncture.
As we have had finishes, as I don't know if you saw, but Brybird and Ferrari, it was a fight to the line, and Luca did just get ahead of the Ferrari by 9,000 of a second.
So close between them. Spryzen comes across the line to finish this race. It's definitely an interesting one. It was a chaotic one at points. After that one, 3 rounds gone of the PSF4 season. What are your thoughts, RKH?
My thoughts? My thoughts are this race was actually quite fun to commentate, and I'm glad to do it by you, of course. And I'm really happy with the podium here today. I think Azirex controlled the race throughout, and he deserved to win the most. If I'm being honest, he's probably one of the fastest drivers that I have seen in a league that has been very dominant. He was very dominant throughout this race, and he deserved to win. If I'm being honest, he did deserve to win.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that, RKH. I think Azirex definitely deserved the win. He was on top form today, and it was good commentating alongside you. Hopefully, I can commentate with you again if the other F4 commentators aren't available, but obviously, hopefully, they are. But there are your results. Azirex coming out on top by 2 seconds ahead of Tom Eade and Felix. I'll just give you Vice Direct. I don't know if they need Vice Director, but there you go. And Azirex was the one on top today. It was really just a superb race there by the Belgian. And he'll be very happy about that, and hopefully he can carry that momentum into the next few races. I think that's all we're going to give you tonight here in PlayStation F4. Thanks everyone for watching. Any final words for the viewers, RKH, after this exciting PSGL race?
I don't think I have too much to say, but I do think that this race was really good, and the last few laps from that Williams, think it was Finjin, Finjin, but I was a bit disappointed with how he was letting all of the front wing stuff go to his head about that Red Bull, because he could be facing penalties after that, and he could have just stuck with points. But very disappointed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, for sure. It did look like the Williams were losing their heads a little bit, especially him with that contact. We'll see if he gets any pens, a race ban. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how the stewards take that. But yeah, obviously a bit of a negative from the race, but mostly we did see some very good overtaking and good battles with these smaller, more exciting 26 cars. And good strategy as well there with Felix and the likes of Fuzzy, who had to do undercuts and hard mediums and stuff like that. And yeah, the race had a lot of very exciting bits and points to discuss, and that's always good to see. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching this race. It's a pleasure to commentate these as usual, and hopefully we'll be back for round 4 next week, I think it is. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and goodbye.
Yeah.